New Horizons presents The Quieter You Become, the More You Can Hear. Isn't that a thought? We live in a world obsessed with noise, with filling every silence with chatter, with the constant demand to be heard. But what if I told you that sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is say nothing at all? Knowing when to stay silent is a skill, a subtle art that can transform your relationships, your career, your very understanding of the world. We've all been there, haven't we? Tempers flare, voices rise, and suddenly a simple disagreement becomes a raging torrent of words we don't mean and can never take back. But what if, in those moments, we chose to meet fire not with fire, but with the cool stillness of silence? Imagine this. Your partner says something that cuts you to the core. You feel that familiar surge of anger, the urge to retaliate. But instead of unleashing hurtful words, you take a breath, you hold your tongue. In that silence, a remarkable thing happens. Your partner feels heard, not because you've spoken, but because you've listened. Silence, in the midst of an argument, is not surrender. It's a strategic retreat, a way to regroup and return to the battlefield of communication with wisdom and grace. We live in an age of instant opinions, don't we? A world where everyone has something to say about everything, regardless of whether they truly understand the matter at hand. But there is a quiet dignity, a profound wisdom, in acknowledging the limits of our knowledge. Imagine you're in a meeting, a lively discussion about a topic you know little about. It can be tempting to join the chorus, to offer an opinion simply to feel included. But what if, instead, you chose to listen? By embracing silence, you create space for new information to take root, to blossom into understanding. Ah, words. Such curious creatures, aren't they? But they can also wound, can't they? A careless phrase can leave an invisible bruise. Imagine a friend confides in you, and you say the wrong thing. Sometimes silence is the kindest response. To simply be present without judgment is true empathy. Remember, words have power. Use them wisely. Chapter 4. The Art of the Pause. Silence in Negotiations. Let's talk about the boardroom. In negotiations, words are weapons, and silence is your strongest armor. We've all seen those tense standoffs and subtle power plays. True masters understand the power of the pause. Imagine a high-stakes negotiation. The other party makes a proposal. The temptation is to react instantly. But what if you met their proposal with silence? A calm, measured silence. That silence is your secret weapon. Silence is a power move, gaining the upper hand without a word. Chapter 5. A Heart That Holds Space. Silence, when others share their burdens. Life, my dears, is a tapestry woven with threads of joy and sorrow, triumph and tribulation. And in those moments when darkness descends upon our loved ones, what they need most is not our advice, but our presence. Imagine a dear friend approaching you, their face etched with worry, their shoulders slumped with the weight of the world. They begin to speak, pouring out their woes, their anxieties, their fears. But sometimes, the most compassionate thing we can do is simply listen. To create a safe space for their pain, to hold their hand through the darkness without trying to switch on the lights before they're ready. Silence. When you're unsure. In a world that celebrates decisiveness, it can be daunting to admit uncertainty. We're conditioned to have an opinion on everything, even when unsure. But what if we embraced the silence of uncertainty? Imagine facing a difficult decision, each path fraught with uncertainty. The only right answer is the one that resonates with your inner compass. Silence the external voices and retreat into your own being. Chapter 7. The Soul's Sanctuary. Silence for reflection and meditation. Silence. The soul's sanctuary, the mind's respite, the gentle balm that soothes the cacophony of modern life. We live in a world saturated with noise, don't we? A constant bombardment of information, stimulation, demands on our attention. But what if, just for a few moments each day, we turned off the noise, unplugged from the digital deluge, and simply allowed ourselves to be? Imagine this. You wake up a few minutes earlier than usual. Instead of reaching for your phone, you resist the siren call of the digital world and simply sit in stillness. You close your eyes, take a deep breath, and allow your thoughts to settle like fallen leaves on a still autumn day. No need to force anything, no need to analyze or judge. Simply observe the ebb and flow of your breath, the gentle rise and fall of your chest. Chapter 8. The Silent Student. Silence in observation and learning. We live in an age of instant experts, don't we? A world where everyone seems to have a platform, a microphone, a soapbox from which to share their opinions. But true mastery, true expertise, is often born not from speaking, but from observing, from becoming a student of the world and all its subtle wonders. Imagine this. You're learning a new skill, perhaps a craft as intricate as woodworking or as delicate as calligraphy. In the silence of observation, we absorb knowledge on a deeper level. We begin to see the world through the eyes of the expert, to understand the subtle nuances, the unspoken techniques that words can never fully capture. Chapter 9. The Gift of Unspoken Respect. Silence when others need it most. In our increasingly interconnected world, where silence is a rare commodity, respecting another's need for quietude is perhaps the greatest act of kindness. We've all encountered them, haven't we? Those souls who seem to carry an aura of tranquility, who move through the world with a quiet grace that speaks volumes without uttering a single word. They might be introverts, those who recharge in solitude, who find solace in the company of their own thoughts. Or perhaps they're simply weary travelers on life's journey, seeking a moment of respite from the relentless noise and demands of the modern world. Whoever they are, whatever their reasons, their need for silence is sacred. Sometimes, the kindest thing we can do is simply honor their need for solitude, to offer them the gift of unspoken respect. Outro. Embrace the power of unspoken words. From navigating heated arguments to respecting a stranger's need for peace, we've explored 9 situations where silence speaks louder than words. We've seen how mastering the art of the pause can transform our relationships, enhance our communication skills, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Silence, my dears, is not merely the absence of noise. It's a language all its own, a powerful tool for connection, reflection, and personal growth. So, I encourage you, dear viewers, to embrace the power of the unspoken word. Listen more than you speak. Observe more than you react. And remember, sometimes the most profound truths are revealed not in the clamour of words, but in the quiet stillness of our own hearts. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them for more videos like this. Hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell. That way, you'll get notified of our next post. Also, to learn more about many other interesting topics, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.